You have lived this before. Not a feeling, not imagination. This moment already happened. Exactly like this. Exactly you. And it will happen again. Forever. Let me explain what that means. Not spiritually, not metaphorically, mathematically, physically, scientifically. This is what the universe suggests, and once you understand it, you cannot go back. In 1882, a man sat alone. His name was Friedrich Nietzsche. He was walking through the mountains, Switzerland, cold, completely silent, and a thought hit him. A thought so dark, he almost couldn't write it down. He called it his heaviest idea, the most terrifying thought possible. He said, what if time doesn't move forward at all? What if time is a circle, an eternal loop, always repeating, every moment, returning, again, forever? He called it eternal recurrence. The idea destroyed him inside. He wrote, what if this life? You must live again, innumerable times more. Same pain, same joy, same mistakes, the same exact Tuesday morning, the same argument, the same regret, every single boring moment, repeated, infinite times, exactly identical. He said this was the greatest weight imaginable. Could you bear it? But here is the strange part. Nietzsche wasn't doing physics. He was doing philosophy. He had no equations, no proof, just a feeling so overwhelming, he couldn't ignore it. That feeling had a reason, because physics found something similar, something almost nobody talks about, something that changes everything. Let me show you what, but first, stay with me, because it gets much stranger, much darker, much more personal. In the early 20th century, scientists began mapping the universe, not just space, not just matter, but time itself. And what they found terrified the physicists who found it. Some refused to accept it. The universe may be infinite, not just large, truly infinite. Endless space, endless matter, endless possible combinations of everything. And here is the problem. If space is truly infinite, everything must repeat, eventually. Every arrangement of every atom, every possible version of you, every moment you have ever lived, must exist somewhere out there. Not once, infinite times. In identical copies of Earth, right now, already happening. Physicists call this the Poincaré recurrence, the mathematical proof that, in infinite space and time, every arrangement of matter repeats. Your brain, your memories, this moment, all of it, already repeated, somewhere, an infinite number of times. But that wasn't the worst part, because modern cosmology went further. The multiverse theory suggests every possible universe exists, every possible version of every moment, every choice you didn't make is being made right now, somewhere, which means this moment, this exact second you are watching, already happened in another universe, and another, infinite versions of you, watching this exact video, having this exact realization, now. And here's where it gets personal. Here's the part that matters. Not the physics, not the math, the feeling it creates inside you, that strange familiar sensation. When something feels already lived, you know the feeling exactly. Déjà vu, you have felt it before. That strange half-second of recognition, the feeling of, I know this. I have been here before. Science calls it a glitch, a memory processing error, nothing more. But what if it isn't? What if déjà vu is a crack in the simulation, a moment where your brain actually remembers what already happened, a signal breaking through from somewhere, from another loop, another version? Now science won't say that. Science stays careful, stays measured. But here's what science does say. Consciousness is not fully understood. Memory is not fully understood. Time itself is not fully understood. The door is not fully closed. And this is where Nietzsche returns. Because he didn't stop at the idea. He asked the real question, not, is eternal recurrence true? But, what do you do if it is true? How does that change how you live? He said, if you must live this again, infinite times, exactly as now, would you change anything? Would the way you spent today be something you could bear, living forever, on repeat, unchanged? This is the heaviest question, not a physics question anymore, a human question, your question. Right now, in this moment, are you living a life you would choose to repeat infinitely, without changing a single thing? Most people go quiet here, because the answer is uncomfortable, because most of us are drifting, moving through days without deciding, letting moments happen to us, not choosing them, not owning them, just surviving them, just passing through. And if eternal recurrence is real, those drifted days repeat too. That thing you keep avoiding returns again and again. That conversation you never had, that choice you keep delaying, happens forever, unlived, on loop. But here is the other side. The side that changes everything. If eternal recurrence is real, then so are your best moments. That night you felt completely alive. That moment of pure connection. That second where everything was right, that happens forever too. Preserved, permanent, infinitely repeating. Every moment you truly lived, already echoing through infinite universes. already permanent in the structure of whatever time actually is, already there, already real, always. Nietzsche's heaviest idea becomes something else entirely, not a curse, not a weight, a mirror, showing you exactly how you are spending the moments that will repeat forever. Because here is the final truth: whether recurrence is literally real doesn't actually matter. What matters is the question it asks. What matters is what you feel when you imagine living this again and again and again. That feeling is information, the most honest information you have, more honest than your plans, more honest than your excuses, more honest than the story you tell yourself about tomorrow. That feeling knows, right now, you have lived this before, maybe literally, maybe not, but you are living it now, this exact second, this exact breath, and somewhere in the infinite, another version of you is waking up to the same realization. The question was never, is eternal recurrence true? The question was always, are you living like it is? Are you choosing these moments fully, deliberately, completely, like you will live them forever? Because maybe you will, maybe you already have, maybe this is not the first time you sat here in this moment, wondering if any of this is real. Maybe you have wondered this an infinite number of times before, and maybe this time is the time you finally answer it.